How to experience pure consciousness every day. Pure awareness, according to teachings such as Mahamudra and Dzogchen, is non-dual. In normal experience we only know dualistic perception. I see that. There's always a subject and object. You can't just decide to experience non-dual perception. The idea is that we're attached to our own sense of self. To experience without that reference point is not feasible. It's a long, involved story, but if you're interested you might talk to a Dzogchen or Mahamudra master about getting pointing out instruction. That consists of the teacher evoking pure awareness in your mind stream in hopes that you might be able to recognize it. Once it's recognized, that becomes the meditation. But those teachers generally won't do pointing out, and you won't be able to get it without first doing years of preparation, including meditation, study and moral discipline. The reason for that is simple, you just can't get it if you can't let go of self a bit. At first glance that may seem silly or biased. Practicing morality in order to be aware. But if you have some meditation experience you must have some experience of how your mind works. Don't you find that you're constantly telling yourself the story of me? There's no gap. I want this. I don't want that. I think I'll go to the beach. When there's even a slight interruption we're traumatized. For example, a car accident. Your life is going along just fine, then suddenly you're in a car accident. The story of you is interrupted. What happens? First you're in a daze. Time seems different. Reality seems surreal. You can't function properly. Gradually you integrate the accident into your reality by thinking about it. You run over the event in your mind, time and time again. You tell all your friends about the accident. Eventually, reality is restored. The accident becomes integrated with your storyline. It no longer feels surreal. All of that disorientation resulted from just one moment of experience that was completely unexpected. It was so unexpected that you were thrown into nowness experience for just an instant. And it takes a week to get over that. Meanwhile, you're not conscious of having actually been aware in that instant. You only remember it feeling surreal. Why? Because our normal awareness is conditioned by reference points. Surreal is essentially a paucity of reference points. We're constantly having microcar accidents. But every gap is filled with self-referential thoughts or emotions. We keep telling ourselves what reality is. Who I am. What day it is. What I care about. What I plan to do today, this week, this year. Meditation and moral discipline are methods to gradually see through and let go of attachment to self. Without that there's no recognition of non-dual awareness. That's why people like Sam Harris and whoever you were taught by are such a problem. They get half the story and talk about pure awareness, but they only understand it conceptually. It's like the New Age person who says, "Hey, man, all you have to do is relax and be here now." Sure. It turns out you're God. You can stop worrying. But that doesn't actually work. It's just words and ideas. You have to do the practice to realize it.